Hey you! Stop what you're doing! Like, comment, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and enjoy your day. Hey guys, what's up? Today we're going to take a look over another LEGO minifigures series for you guys, and this time we're going to take a look over, it's the one I finally been able to try to get. I was having a problem with one minifigure, but I will show you that who it was. Or probably, at the beginning, I don't freaking know. So the one I'm going to take a look over is this right here. This is the 2025 LEGO minifigures I have here with me. This one we have here is that number 71050 Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse series. So before I continue on, you guys do me a little bit of a quick favor, so I'll be right back. Hey you! Stop what you're doing! Like, comment, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and enjoy your day. So, where have I got these minifigures from? Well, most of them I got them from Walmart, and I think I got one at my local Target. But most of it I got them at my local Walmart, and I think I found one minifigure that I was missing, which is this one I have here with me at my local HEB. And lucky for me, I was actually pretty happy to get it for my collection. So yeah, I had it displayed on the wall for months, and now I have it. So here's what the package style is going to actually look like right here. We have the new packaging style for, since the, I think it was the Marvel Studio Series 2, I think. But yeah, but anyways, here's what the package style is actually going to look like right here. You can see orange with a fade to purple right there, with all the minifigure characters from the movie right here. You got Miles, Spider-Gwen, 2099 Spider-Man, and everyone else right here. So that's actually pretty cool. Nothing in the back right here, so that's kind of sucks. And there's 12 minifigures you can collect. So yeah, so I'm going to open it up to see which minifigure, to show you guys which minifigure you could get in this set. So before we actually look the minifigure, this one I have this for months because I haven't opened it yet, so I could do this video right there. So yeah. So looking over the instruction plus the collection guide right here, you can see the back of the packaging. Well, the back of the list right here showing off some specific minifigures that you need to do right here to build. You can see one for Spider-Man, well, Peter P. Parker, Web Swinger, and Cyborg Spider-Woman. But yeah, but here is the front right there of each and every single one of them right here. So you got Miles Morales, Spider-Punk, Miles G. Morales, also known as the Prowler, Gwen Stacy, Miguel O'Hara, India Spider-Man, Cyborg Spider-Woman, Sun Spider, Spider-Bite, Peter P. Parker, this alternate reality of Peter Parker, but Spider-Man with his daughter, Mayday, Web Swinger, and Web Spider-Man. So yeah, each and every single one of them you get. So yeah, and not only that, you get, shit. There we go. Let's put the box to the side for now for the recycling. And you can see the parts you get, which each and every single minifigures you get, like the base plate, the parts of the minifigures, and some accessories you get right here. So yeah. So let's do an order on each and every single one of them for you guys. So let's start off with Miles for the first row, all the way to Spider-Gwen. So let's begin. Alright, so let's take a look over at Miles Morales, which is this right here. Now, what is the new pieces or new colors that LEGO did? Well, I think this is actually new for 2025. And this is the base plate right here that all the collectible minifigure comes with. But this time we have it in this translucent orange right here, which is actually pretty cool. Not only that, for Miles, he comes with his alternate head, his hairpiece, and the same spider that bit him right here. So let me put him together with his alternate head first, then I'll switch it to the head that he comes with. So yeah. So here it is, Miles Morales without his mask on right here. And to be honest with you, Each and every single minifigures are sculpted, well, printed very, very well, just like in the movie. And I think Leo did a great job on each and every single one of them. For Miles right here, I think he looks so fantastic, and he has a lot of printing everywhere on the minifigure. Zooming in closely right there, you can see nice, beautiful lit printing right there. If I can move the lamp right there, you can see it's so cool. The lightning arm print right there looks fantastic, and coming to the back right there, you got back print right there, so fantastic. Even though I give you shine a light on it right here, if I can able to, there we go. Even when you shine a light on it right here, that looks pretty shiny as hell. For Miles, he does have like a double-sided face. If I fix the stupid tripod legs, there we go. He does have a double-sided face right here. You can see his serious face right there and his happy face right here. And of course, if I can remove that right here, comes with his mask all electrified and right here, and that's actually pretty cool. I think it's almost representing from the PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5 version of Miles Morales Spider-Man, and it comes with a genetic. It comes with a spider that actually bit him, but it doesn't have any printing on it, so that's kind of sucks. But yeah, and that's actually pretty cool. We actually seen the head and the torso in an actual Marvel set right here, but not this part right here, which is kind of bullshit. So yeah, so that pretty much does it for Miles. Now it's getting on with Spider-Punk. So here we have all the parts for Spider-Punk, and the new pieces for this minifigure right here is the new hairpiece that Lego designed, and holy crap, I think Lego did a great job on this hairpiece right here for Spider-Punk, which I forgot the actual name of it, which I want you guys to help me in the comment section to figure out the actual name for some of the characters from this pack. So right here, so yeah, and actually looks pretty cool. And I think this mohawk piece right here is new and silver, but I'm not sure. So yeah. So anyways, let's take a look over Spider-Punk all built up, and take a look over with his his mask first, and mask. So looking over at Spider-Punk right here, this is actually one of my favorite characters from the movie, and also this is actually one of my favorite minifigures from this line. The details on the print of this character right here looks so fantastic. The legs are actually dual molded, before anyone's going to ask me in the comment section, and I think Lego did a good job, like all the printed detailing right there, give it more movie show accurate, and he is so fantastic. Which, by the way, this character right here is, I think if I can recall, he is British, so UK, or I could be wrong, but if you guys seen the movie, good, but yeah. You can see right here, he comes with the alternate head, right, the alternate faces. All the minifigures comes with double-sided faces right here. You can see his concerned face right here, and his shit-eating grin right here. So he looks badass. And when I plug it into his mask on, which, by the way, the mask detailing on him, it looks so cool. And you can see what he looks like. He looks fantastic. And the guitar that he comes with right here, this is so badass. Like, you can see the Spider-Man logo right there with the checker detailing, the color scheme of it right here looks great. And of course, you could plug it into the hands, on his hands right there. If I can angle this right here. And there you go. There's what he looks like with the guitar on. So that's actually pretty nice. Alright, now let's get on with the Prowler. So here we have the parts from Prowler right here, or also known as Miles G. Morales right here. So the new pieces that have, I was going to say Hasbro, Lego created is this new headpiece right here for Prowler right there, which is actually pretty cool. A new hairpiece for Miles. As the camera can even goddamn focus. Come on, stop being a dick. A new hairpiece right here. And I think this is actually new, but like a shorter, tiny cape right there. Alright, so I'm gonna put them together and show you guys everything. So here we have Miles G. Morales, also known as the Prowler right here. And this is like the actual and alternate reality of this version of Miles right there. If you guys already seen the movie. But anyways, I think this is lavender, I think. I'm not sure. The lavender combined with this, I was going to say probably gunmetal gray or a different shade of gray. The lavender with the gunmetal gray, hints of purple right on there. And the hints of like this magenta or this pink on the suit that he has looks pretty good. I do want to say one thing. He does have some side prints right there. So thank God for that. If we didn't have like side print, a lot of people probably gonna freak the fuck out. The arms, by the way, I think this is like dual molded. I'm not sure. Unfortunately though, this version of Miles right there doesn't have, if I can remove his hair right there. He doesn't have, his dreads, sorry. He doesn't have any alternate faces, so that's kind of a bit sad, to be honest with you. Here's what he actually looks like with the mask on right there, which it does look pretty cool. It's almost look like a futuristic gas mask look right there. If LEGO can redesign this part right here, just for the mask only, and have it like without the dreads that he has, I'll be happy. And it does come sort of like a vinyl record right there. If you guys don't know what it is, before we used to have like, you know, everything on all the music on the apps. We listen to music, people listen to music back in the day with some record players right there. It actually looks pretty cool. But not only that, he does also comes with these pieces right there, which if you guys remember in LEGO Ultra Agents. And I think this is actually a new color for this year. Like I said, I may not sure, but you guys can correct me in the comments. Also forgot to mention, he does have like some arm prints right there. So that's absolutely amazing what LEGO did. So thank you God for that. But you can see he has his, I was going to say brass knuckles, but the Prowler fist. So that's actually pretty badass. Alright, so let's take a look over at Gwen Stacy. So here we have Gwen Stacy right here. So the new piece that she has is her new hair piece right here, which I think by the look of it down here on this shade of like I think it's like a pinkish color right there. This could be dual molded or actually painted in, but it does look pretty cool. And she does have this piece right here, which I'll show you that in a moment. But let me build her up and take a look over closely. So here it is, Gwen Stacy right here, and this is a great looking minifigure that LEGO created. I think this is the better version of Gwen Stacy that we have compared to the one we have in the past. And this is pretty good. She does have some leg print, right here on the side of her shoe right there. So thank you God. She does have like dual molded legs. Before anyone's gonna mention that, she does have some nice arm printing right here, and this is actually one of the best minifigures that LEGO created. And even the details right there closely look cool. Unfortunately, though, she won't able to look to her left because of the design of the hair right there. Even you can actually move the hair a little bit for the right. It's kind of a bit sad, and the camera won't even focus. God damn you. Which is kind of a bit disappointing. So yeah, sorry about that, folks. And she does have an alternate face right there. A happy face right there, and of course the one I put it in. But let's actually take a look over with her mask on and the hoodie, because of course, why not? This is Spider-Gwen, also known as Ghost Spiders. Before anyone's probably gonna ask me in the comment section. Also, I just fucked it up. There we go. And you can see what she looks like with the hoodie on, and of course, if you don't like that, there you go. But she kind of need her hoodie right there. And she does comes with this printed towel right here, only exclusively on this set right there. And this is recreating some of the the scene of her and Miles taking a selfie together, and that is actually adorable. So yeah. All right, now let's take a look over one of the Miguel O'Hara, aka Spider-Man 2099, also known as the the asshole, because he was an asshole. Alright, so here are all the parts that Miguel O'Hara has, and before anyone's going to ask me in the comment section why I call him the asshole, if you guys seen the movie, he treated like models like crap. But anyways, the new pieces, which is this fancy looking cape right there with the pixelated look right there. Didn't Lego actually use this one in Lego Dreams for Dream Smasher? I don't know. I wonder if you guys can correct me in the comments, but yeah. And he does comes with this his assistants right here, which I forgot her name. And I don't think we ever seen the minifigure trophy statue and translucent orange, so this is kind of interesting. Alright, I'm gonna build him up and take a look over. So here we have Miguel O'Hara right there, and holy crap, this is one of the best printing that Lego created. Now we're gonna have the same minifigure again, but I think this time without the lake print. I could be wrong, but yeah. But anyways, I think it's like an English navy that this minifigure is using with, combined with the hints of yellowy orange right there with the red on this one right there. This is a great looking Miguel O'Hara minifigure that Lego did, and just by looking at it on camera, it looked like his skin is like a little bit yellow. So by the look of it, he looked like he suffers from jaundice, and if you guys don't know what jaundice is liver failure. It's a part of like a liver failure, so I could be wrong, but anyways, yes, he does have like fangs on it, vampire fangs, and Miguel O'Hara is actually part vampire, so yeah. He does have some printing on the back right there that you guys can see, so that's actually pretty cool. And of course, double-sided face right there. But let's take off his normal head to put it on with his mask right here that he has, and holy shit, he does actually look fantastic. Now he does comes with his assistants right here, which I forgot her name, and unfortunately though, I wish the Lego updated the minifigure trophy to give it more the one from the movie. All you can see is the printing right there. Yeah, it's kind of sad. So yeah, look, I love 2099 Spider-Man, but this is kind of depressing right there. And can we all just agree on with that? All right, now let's take a look over with India Spider-Man. Alright, so here we have India Spider-Man, and also I forgot to mention one thing. The new piece that Lego made for this year, of course, is the hair piece for Miguel O'Hara, so forgot to mention one thing, to apologize. So here we have India Spider-Man, and the new pieces is the new hair piece for this minifigure right there. And this one is not new, we already seen this mold before, but just put it on the Spider-Man mask right there, which I'll talk about it later. But let's build up this minifigure right here. So here we have India Spider-Man right here, and top notch with this one right here, because the gold highlight of this one right there look great on him right there. Comparing this with the actual the actual movie character from the movie, and I guess the Marvel Legend one, this is actually pretty nice. Of course, the legs are dual molded right there before anyone's going to ask. He does have some arm printing right there and some leg printing on the side. And this actually looks pretty cool. And I love the spider emblem right down there. Pretty nice. Do want to say one thing. He does actually have printing on the top of the head right there. They can barely see it, but top of the printing right there. And of course, the alternate face, all happy, yippee. And let's get rid of that. Put his mask on. Also, by the way, he does have the same detailing of the headband right there. So there you go. And let's put him with his. I'm trying to angle the head right there. Let's just plug in with the head on right there. And there you go. And you can see all masked up right there. And it does comes with a teacup right there, or of course, chai tea, which is, if you guys already seen the scene, tea. So chai means tea in India. Unfortunately, though, the cat that it comes with is not the same cat like in the movie, but also is actually a reference to the Miles Morales video game right there, which, if I can remember, I need to go back to look, this right here, Miles named this cat Spider-Man. So that's pretty adorable what they did there, what he did there, so that's actually pretty nice. And they look great together, so I'm happy about that. Alright, so I'm gonna stop the recording very quick because it is reaching to like the 20 minutes mark, and I gotta start the recording again, so let's build up one of my favorite minifigure, which is Cyborg Spider-Woman. Alright, so they're going back for recording. So here we have all the parts from Cyborg Spider-Woman, and one of the new pieces that she has is this new shoulder pad with the mask on it together. And this is actually, the camera can focus, this is actually one of my favorite new pieces for 2025. I'm probably gonna order another piece on this one right here because I'm actually going to create my own Lego minifigure of it. And of course, we already seen this one right here, the Batman utility belt right there. Which, I think this is actually a new color, if the camera can even fucking focus. But this is actually a new color for this year. I'm not sure, but yeah. And of course, this is actually the first time owning this torso right there, which I'll talk about it in a little bit. But first, let's build my favorite Spider-Woman. So here we have Cyborg Spider-Woman all built up, and this is actually one of my favorite characters from the movie. Now, if you guys already know my previous Toy Hunt videos, that I've been trying to get this, the Marvel Legend figure of Cyborg Spider-Woman, but I didn't have the chance to get it, mostly because I got interrupted by someone. Long story short, I might have to get her for myself, but anyways. I think this is the best looking right there, because the Cyborg Spider-Woman is actually representing like I think it's like apocalyptic or post-apocalyptic look on this character right there. And she does have like a little like a satchel right there. I think that's what it is, with all these like the chain around her, the spikes coming out of her hand, her arm right there with the brown straps right there, and just by looking at it, it does look pretty nice. I'm gonna twist her head a little bit so you can see what she looks like without the like the gas mask. The eyes right there look so cool. And the reason why I said this, like, this is the first time owning this torso right there, this cyborg torso right there. If you guys remember, during the Lego Agents from 2009, one of the two characters named Firearm, and I forgot what the other one name is also. They also have this cybernetic arm right there. So that is absolutely badass. And I'm actually pretty excited for this one right there. And of course, it's using a little bar piece and the stuff with a hole on it right there. So representing her giant blaster right there. So that's actually pretty cool. Alright, let's take a look over at Sun Spider. So here we have all the parts for Sun Spider right there. And I think the new parts for this minifigure right here that she has. And yes, I said she because I actually looked it up about this character. Which, before anyone's going to ask, what is this right there? Well, these are the crutches. And she suffered from EDS. Is another syndrome, which I forgot the actual name of it. But EDS. So yeah. So I think this is actually was new for 2025. Or I think they actually used it for 2024. I gotta check the history. And I think the cap right there that she has, I think this is actually new mold right there. I'm not sure, but this one does have like a cool spider print right there. So yeah. So I'm gonna build her up and let's take a look over the minifigure. So here we have Sun Spider right here, and she's not that bad. I'm not gonna lie. Like, she does look pretty cool. The black with the red detail with a little bit of like a gray on the side and the arms right there, which is actually printed, by the way. But with the orange, like, suits her very well. This is actually a pretty good looking minifigure. Yeah, she does have the crutches right there because, like I said, she does suffer from EDS. So she is a Spider-Woman with disability, but nothing can bring her down because she's gonna save New York City. So yeah, and it's actually not the first time seeing like a Spider-Man or a Spider-Woman with disability. I've seen like a YouTube short video of a comic. I think like a Spider-Man comic where Peter was actually old and he was on a wheelchair, but he could still kick ass. Long story short, I don't know which comic was it, but it's actually pretty cool. Anyway, but anyways, the spider logo right there is in the back of the hat right there, so that's actually pretty nice. Unfortunately though, she doesn't have any leg printing right there, so that's kind of sucks. But I'm glad they brought in the side print right there for the arms, and I'm actually pretty excited for this one. And I think Sunspider is actually pretty nice. I actually do like this character so much. Alright, now let's get on with Spider Bite. So here we have Spider Bite right there, and the new pieces for Lego created is this new headpiece right there with her two hairs sticking in, which by the way, it is dual molded right there. And I think this hairpiece that you guys can see is new for 2025. I'm not sure, but this actually looks pretty cute. So let's build this character up and take a look over. So here we have Spider Bite right there, and she looks pretty good. Now, the legs and the arms are made of like a translucent, sparkly piece right there. And I said sparkly because if you look right there, if I shine the light on it right there, sparkly. And I think Lego did a good job on that one right there. She does have some size print of the legs and the arms, so thank you God for that. And I know some people are probably going to ask in the comment section why her face and arms are like this. If I can remember, I think the real of this character right there is wearing like a VR headset, and she's like a hologram or something. Long story short, she is a Spider-Woman or Spider-Girl dealing with, technology stuff. And I love like the technology look on this character right there. You can see the spider emblem right there with the cybernetic looks, and she does look great. Of course, she does have the double-sided face, which is the warrior face right here, but plug it in with the helmet on. There you go. And it does have a printing right there that you guys can see, if I can focus on this stupid camera right there. And that's talking about Spider number 42 from the movie, you guys can see. That's actually pretty cool on the printed detail right there. And of course, you can put it right there. We're just using the book page, the book piece right there for Lego, or of course like a laptop piece right there, depending what you use for this right there. So that's actually pretty nice. All right, so let's take a look over at Peter Parker with his daughter Mayday. All right, so here are all the pieces for Spider-Man right here for Peter Parker, and the new headpiece. I think this is the same hairpiece that we already seen. I think it's from Bucky Barnes' hairpiece. I'm not sure, but yeah. And this new printed baby piece right there, which I think this one is dual molded because of the hands right there and the arms. So yeah. Alright, so let's build Peter first without the baby stroller. Then let's take a look over with the baby stroller. So yeah. So here we have Peter right here, and this is actually one of the funniest Spider-Man minifigures right here. He's just wearing the bathrobe right there underneath his suit right there, and I think he's wearing slippers, so that's actually pretty funny. The legs right there are dual molded, by the way, so before anyone's gonna ask in the comment section. And this is actually a pretty good looking Peter Parker right there, and of course he's actually this version of Peter Parker right there is actually one of my favorite character for the first movie right there. This is actually pretty nice. He does have some printing right there on the legs. The torso look great, and he does have a double-sided face. The one face is like he's all tired, and the one face he is happy and ready to go to save New York. So yeah, and of course, if I take the head off, put on the baby stroller on, You can see right there. You could put his daughter, Mayday Parker, right there, which, like I said, the arms, by the look of it, is dual molded, and this looks like an exclusive print of her right there. Well, she does look pretty nice, but I wish they added in like something more, like some printing on the minifigure, on the baby minifigure body right there. So yeah, and there we have father and daughter together. Yippee! It kind of sucks that we didn't have, like, you know, they didn't like give us, like, you know, Penny Parker or Spider-Ham or Spider Noir, but I understand that the other two are like other sets, but except for Penny Parker. I hope in the future we do get her in minifigure form, so yeah. Alright, so all we left is 2 more minifigures, so let's take a look over at Web Slinger. So here we have Web Slinger right here, and I think the new pieces for him, I think, is the horse? I'm not sure. The poncho, on the other hand, has a new print right there, so that's actually pretty cool. But let's take a look over this right there. So I'm gonna build them up first, take a look over the minifigure, and of course the horse. So here we have Web Slinger right here, and damn, this is actually a good looking cowboy right there. Anyways, I think Web Slinger does look okay, I guess. The legs, of course, dual molded right there. Pretty nice. And there's not much of it to say about this minifigure. You guys can see the cool printing right there on the torso right there, but I wish they could continue on the side of the legs, just my opinion. You can flip up the little bit of the poncho right there. You can see more detones of the torso right there. There's not much of the back of it right there. I'm happy they're using the Ninjago half mask right there. Right there you guys can see, and of course the minifigure head right there, it's just using the generic Spider-Man minifigure right there that you guys can see, so it's nothing special about it, but still, it's still a great looking Spider-Man minifigure right there. Of course, this is the Web Slinger right there, and it does comes with a lasso right there, which it is made of like a rubbery material, so that's actually pretty nice. And his partner in crime, the horse right there, which I don't know the actual name of this one, looks pretty cool. Just had the Spider-Man mask on it around him. And before anyone's gonna ask, yes, you could kind of technically ride this horse right there, but with one leg sticking out, and yeah. And there you go. There's not much of it to say about it, but yeah. Now we can get on with the last minifigure, which is the Werewolf Spider-Man. So let's begin. So here we have all the parts for Werewolf Spider-Man, and the new pieces that LEGO use is this new werewolf headpiece right there. I think I'm actually not sure, but I think I've seen this headpiece before, but let's just put this one in my own words. This is actually pretty new. But let's actually assemble it on camera because, yeah, there's actually not much of it to say about for this one right there. So here we have Werewolf Spider-Man built up. This is actually a pretty good looking minifigure right here. Now the legs right here are different. They're not the same, of course. So, but they are like they are dual molded, and they are like he does have some leg print right there. You guys can see fur coming out, which is suit all teared up right there. And if I could remove the wolf headpiece right here, you can see more of his suit right there, all tearing up like that, turning into this. But I wish it does come with some accessories right there, just my opinion, so yeah. Alright, so let's pose each and every single minifigures and give you guys my final results. So I'll be right back. So overall, this minifigure series right here is pretty cool. So I actually do highly recommend it if you guys actually want this for your collection, or if you guys just want the minifigure you want. This is the one for you. So yeah, and I just forgot to add the spider in there. So there we go. So anyways, I'm gonna end this right. Oh, sorry about that. I'm gonna end this right here. So have fun, stay safe, and I'm out.